Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest gifts we possess is something we use every single day, often without thinking about it. It is not money, it is not talent, it is not even time. It is language. Our ability to speak, our ability to shape sounds into meaning, our ability to arrange words in such a way that they paint pictures in the minds of others. With words, we can comfort someone who is hurting. With words, we can educate someone who is confused. With words, we can inspire someone who has almost given up. With words, we can help people see what they could not see before. That is power. In many ways, it is creative power. When we speak thoughtfully and sincerely, we create images, we create understanding, we create direction. Sometimes we even create hope. Today, I want to share a simple framework for powerful communication. There are not many fundamentals. In fact, in most areas of life, the basics are surprisingly few. Success is rarely complicated. It is usually disciplined. So let's focus on a handful of core principles, practical steps you can apply immediately to become a stronger, more meaningful communicator. Step 1. Have something worth saying. This may sound obvious, but it is the foundation of all effective communication. Before you focus on how to speak, focus on what to say. The most powerful speakers are not necessarily those with the smoothest voices or the most dramatic gestures. They're the ones who have depth. They have substance. They have something valuable to share. Where does that substance come from? It comes from living. It comes from experience. It comes from paying attention to your own journey, your failures, your successes, your mistakes, and your lessons. Every setback you faced contains a story. Every victory you've earned contains a principle. Every challenge you've overcome contains a message. But here is the important part. If you don't reflect on your experiences, you lose them. They pass by unorganized and unused. So write things down. Keep a journal. Take notes after meaningful conversations. Record lessons after difficult seasons. When something goes wrong and you correct it, ask yourself, what did I learn? When something goes right, ask, why did this work? Capture those insights. Because one day, someone will be standing where you once stood, confused, uncertain, discouraged, and your experience, carefully remembered and clearly expressed, may become their turning point. Preparation is the hidden key to powerful speech. We prepare for everything in life. As children, we prepare for the next grade. In school, we prepare for higher education or work. In our careers, we prepare for promotion, stability, and growth. Financially, we prepare for security and the future of our families. Life is a series of preparations. Communication is no different. If you want to speak well, you must prepare your mind. You must collect ideas. You must develop insights. You must live consciously. In the natural world, some creatures are born and must adapt immediately. Within a short time, they must stand, move, and survive. Humans, however, take years to develop independence. Our preparation is longer, more layered, and more complex. Sometimes it feels slow. Sometimes it feels exhausting. But that long preparation gives us something unique, perspective. And perspective gives us something valuable to say. Step 2. Cultivate genuine interest. If you want to become a compelling communicator, develop deep Interest in life and in people. Interest is the beginning of connection. When you are genuinely curious about the world, you never run out of material. Politics, culture, technology, art, business, relationships, life is full of topics that shape human experience. You do not have to agree with everything, but you should understand what is happening around you. Know the issues of the day. Think about them. Decide where you stand. But beyond public issues, study human nature. People are endlessly fascinating. Different ages, different personalities, different beliefs, different motivations, different fears. If you work in leadership, you quickly discover that bringing people together is not easy. Coordinating talents, aligning goals, and managing emotions require skill. Some people are cooperative, some are independent, some need encouragement, some need structure, some resist change, some embrace it. Learning how to guide diverse personalities toward a common purpose is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. It affects families, teams, organizations, and communities. And yes, it can be challenging. Trying to align strong-willed individuals can sometimes feel chaotic. Each person has their own direction, their own preferences, their own timing. But when you learn to navigate those differences, the reward is enormous, both financially and relationally. Here's another truth about people. They will surprise you. Someone you thought would stay may leave. Someone you doubted may become your strongest ally. Instead of becoming bitter or confused, learn to say, "That's interesting." Approach human behavior with curiosity rather than judgment. You will encounter difficult personalities from time to time, but they are fewer than you think. Most people are simply trying to do their best with what they know. If you keep your interest alive, if you observe, listen, and reflect, you will gather stories and insights that enrich your communication. Interest gives you content. Step 3. Move from interest to fascination. Interest is good. Fascination is powerful. When you are fascinated by life, your energy changes. You become more observant, more alert, more enthusiastic. Children are naturally fascinated. They ask questions about everything. They notice details adults overlook. They are amazed by simple things. What if we carried that spirit into adulthood? Be fascinated by how businesses grow. Be fascinated by how relationships evolve. Be fascinated by how ideas influence behavior. Be fascinated by how small habits shape long-term results. Fascination fuels learning. Learning fuels insight. Insight fuels communication. When you speak from fascination, your words carry energy. People feel that you care about what you're saying. Your enthusiasm becomes contagious. And that leads us to the next principle. Step 4. Practice sensitivity. Powerful communication is not only about expressing yourself, it is about understanding others. Sensitivity means asking, where is this person emotionally? What might they be experiencing? What pressures are they under? What fears might they be hiding? Everyone goes through seasons. Some are in a period of growth. Some are in a period of loss. Some are celebrating. Some are struggling silently. If you speak without awareness, your words may miss the mark. But if you speak with sensitivity, your words can land exactly where they are needed. Sensitivity does not mean weakness, it means perception. It means recognizing that timing matters, tone matters, context matters. A message delivered with empathy is far more powerful than the same message delivered with indifference. Step 5. Commit to lifelong learning. Knowledge strengthens communication. The more you read, the more you observe, the more you think, the more you have to share. Collect ideas, study history, learn from biographies, explore philosophy, understand basic economics, study psychology. You do not need to become an expert in everything, but broad knowledge gives depth to your perspective. And here is something profound. Words create light. Not physical light, but mental light. When someone understands something for the first time, it is as though a light has been turned on inside their mind. Have you ever heard someone say, "Now I see"? That is illumination. Before the conversation, they were confused. After the conversation, they have clarity. That is the power of language. When you tell your story carefully, choosing words with intention, you can help someone see possibilities they had never considered. You can help someone see a path where they once saw a wall. You can help someone see hope where they once saw darkness. That is not a small gift. That is transformative. Use humor wisely. Another powerful tool in communication is humor. Life can be heavy. Conversations can become tense. A well-timed, gentle sense of humor can release pressure and build connection. But humor must be thoughtful. It should lift, not wound. It should clarify, not confuse. It should connect, not divide. Sometimes when someone makes an exaggerated or unreasonable comment, a light, playful response can shift the tone of the conversation. Wit, when used wisely, demonstrates confidence and intelligence. It shows that you are not easily shaken. But remember, sincerity matters more than cleverness. Humor is a tool, not the foundation. Don't let words diminish you. In the course of life, you will encounter criticism. Some of it will be helpful, some of it will not. Do not allow careless words from others to define your value. At the same time, be mindful of the words you use about yourself. Self-talk is powerful. Repeated negative language shapes identity. Speak to yourself with honesty, but also with encouragement. Confidence in communication grows when you know who you are and what you stand for. Start at home. One of the most important places to practice powerful communication is with your family. If you are a parent, your words shape your children's beliefs about themselves and the world. You can instill a sense of purpose. You can encourage discipline. You can emphasize the importance of education and integrity. You can help them connect present effort with future reward. Explain why good habits matter. Explain why responsibility matters. Explain why character matters. When children understand meaning, they become more motivated. When they see the bigger picture, their daily actions improve. Teaching is one of the most fulfilling experiences in life. Helping someone take their first steps in a career, helping someone build confidence in a new skill, helping someone believe in their potential. Your words can become guidance. Your guidance can become direction. Your direction can become destiny. Imagine walking through a dark path without guidance. Every step feels uncertain. Every movement carries risk. Now imagine someone handing you a lamp. Suddenly, you can see where to place your feet. You can move forward with confidence. That is what wise communication does. It shows people where to step. Now imagine someone climbing a hill and pointing out the road ahead. Follow that trail. It leads to safety. That is what experienced communication does. It shows people where to go. Whether it is health advice, career guidance, relationship insight, or financial wisdom, when someone reveals the steps and clarifies the path, they provide immeasurable value. Who can calculate the worth of direction at the right moment? Sometimes one conversation changes the course of a life. Designing a life through language. Think about your own journey. Who influenced you with their words? Who challenged you to think differently? Who believed in you before you believed in yourself? Most of us can point to at least one person whose language shifted our trajectory. Now consider this. You can become that person for someone else. But it requires intention. It requires preparation. It requires interest. It requires fascination. It requires sensitivity. It requires knowledge. It requires courage. Communication is not merely about speaking more. It is about speaking better. It is about choosing words that build rather than destroy. Words that clarify rather than confuse. Words that inspire rather than discourage. So here is my challenge to you. Reflect on your life and document your lessons. Stay curious about the world and the people in it. Cultivate fascination. See life as an unfolding story. Practice empathy in every important conversation. Commit to learning something new every day. Use humor and confidence wisely. Speak light into dark places whenever you can. While you are here, while you have breath, experience, and perspective, learn as much as you can. Observe deeply. Think carefully. Speak intentionally. Because your words matter. They matter in boardrooms. They matter in classrooms. They matter in living rooms. They matter in moments of crisis. They matter in moments of decision. One thoughtful sentence can prevent a mistake. One encouraging phrase can restore confidence. One clear explanation can unlock opportunity. One heartfelt story can inspire action. Never underestimate the gift you carry. You have the ability to create images in the minds of others. You have the ability to spark understanding. You have the ability to guide, to teach, to inspire. Use that gift. Prepare your mind. Strengthen your character. Refine your language. And when the moment comes, when someone is confused, discouraged, or searching, speak. Speak with clarity. Speak with sincerity. Speak with purpose. Because through your words, someone may finally say, "Now I understand. Now I believe. Now I see." And there are few greater accomplishments than helping another human being see the light. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear friends, for watching the full video.